Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are turning our attention to the present perfect continuous verb tense. By the end of this lesson, you will fully understand the following key points. What is the present perfect continuous verb tense and what is it used for? How is it formed? What is the difference between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous? Make sure to stay until the end, as I'll be providing you with the top 10 most frequent uses of this verb tense that you can add to your English, starting today. Also, if you are interested in more educational videos like this one, give us a hand. Subscribe, comment and give a like. This way we can continue to help you learn English fast. So, what is the present perfect continuous anyway? The present perfect continuous is a verbal tense that is used to describe an action that started in the past, and is still continuing in the present. It is formed by using the present perfect form of the verb to have, has, or have, and the present participle, ing, of the main verb. For example, I have been studying English for 2 years. One of the main uses of the present perfect continuous is to talk about an action that began in the past, and is still happening in the present. For example, I have been living in this city for 6 months. Another use is to talk about an action that has just stopped, but has an effect on the present. I'm tired, because I have been exercising all morning. It's important to note that the present perfect continuous is not used to talk about a specific time in the past, but rather the duration of time that an action has been taking place. I have been studying for 2 hours is the correct way of expressing this idea. The present perfect continuous also has a negative and a question form, which is formed by adding not after has and have, and inverting the word order for questions. It looks like this: I haven't been working all day, and have you been waiting long? At this stage you are probably asking yourself the following question. What is the difference between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous? It's not 100% clear, but let's have a look at it. In terms of form, the difference is quite straightforward. The present perfect is formed by using the present form of the verb to have, has or have, and the past participle of the main verb. For example, I have studied English for 2 years, as compared to the present perfect continuous, I have been working all morning. When it comes to the difference of use, in this day and age, grammarians, on this issue, fall into 2 distinct groups with somewhat different opinions. One portion of the grammatical community argues that in modern English, there is little or no distinction between the 2 tenses when it comes to meaning. They base their opinion on actual data surveyed among both native speakers of English, and the many non-native speakers that impact the English language all the time. Other grammarians state that the present perfect and the present perfect continuous are indeed both verbal tenses that are used to talk about actions or events that have occurred in the past, but they argue they have different meanings and uses. These grammarians state that the present perfect is used to talk about an action or event that occurred at an unspecified time in the past, or that began in the past and is still continuing in the present. The present perfect continuous is also used to talk about an action or event that began in the past, and is still continuing in the present. However, it emphasizes the duration of the action rather than the completion of it. This way, the present perfect continuous can also be used to talk about an action that has just stopped but has an effect on the present. Statistics don't lie, unless they have been manipulated. This is probably not the case here. Therefore, we can state that in modern usage, many both native and non-native speakers of English, in many situations, use the 2 tenses interchangeably. This said, we recommend you use the present perfect continuous verb tense when there is an element of recency involved, or when an action has just been completed, as in, I've just finished my homework. Thanks for watching so far. Now let's get to the top 10 most frequent uses of the present perfect continuous. She has been working on that project for weeks, and it's finally finished. I have been studying for the exam all night, I'm so tired. They have been playing that video game for hours, they're really into it. He has been practicing the piano for years, he's really good at it. I have been waiting for you for half an hour, where have you been? She has been running every morning for the past month, she's getting in shape. I have been watching this TV show for a while, it's really interesting. They have been traveling around the world for a year. They've seen so many places. He has been learning Spanish for 2 years. He can speak it fluently. I have been cooking dinner for the past hour. It's almost ready. Today we have learned that the present perfect continuous is a verbal tense used to describe an action that started in the past and is still continuing in the present. It is formed with the present perfect form of the verb, to have, and the present participle of the main verb. It is commonly used to express the duration of an action, and also to talk about an action that has just stopped but has an effect on the present. When using the present perfect continuous, it's important to remember not to specify a specific time in the past, but rather the duration of time that an action has been taking place. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this video provided you with some value, consider subscribing, comment and give a like. It really makes a big difference. See you soon again.